What's going on, everybody? My name is Alon.
And I'm Luis.
And thank you for tuning in to our first episode of our podcast.
Today we're just going to be talking about how we know each other,
Why we
what's
want to do
going
the podcast. So I want to start off with how we knew each other. How we know each other. As me and Luis grew up together.
Sadly.
We're from the town of Bernalillo, New Mexico. Same school, same high school.
How many people do you think live there, bro? Because whenever people ask me, I'm like, dude, like 200. But
I want to say it's a little bit more than 200.
I would say like 10,000 maybe, but
Maybe that's pushing it.
Is that too much?
But it's a small town where everybody knows everybody. That's one thing that I realized was that once I established myself there with my family, everybody grew to like know everybody, which was kind of sad and sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. No, okay, I know what you mean. It's pretty it's sad that everybody just like knows each other, but it's also pretty awesome that you just grow up in a pretty tight-knit community where Albuquerque to us was big.
But here's one thing, is that Luis and I were not actually as close when we were in school until we got out of school.
Yeah, we had already,
Did
we were about to graduate when we became like friends. But we knew each other. We were literally in the same friend group our whole lives.
But I've never actually like we hung out, but like Luis is like on the other side of the friend group, and I was on the other side of the friend group, and then
it was weird because we all hung out with the same people, but not at the same times. Which was weird. Yeah, because our friend group was fucking huge.
It was.
We were like the band geeks, the nerds, the jocks, whatever the fuck I was.
I was most of a jock. I played basketball, and
I think I was just a fucking weirdo. But
all right. So what thing? So I think the mutual thing that brought us together was partying, right?
Yeah. I think so. Right.
Because I remember there was a point in my life where my parents. I told my parents, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go hang out with Luis," and they kind of just shook their eyes and like, "Okay, there's a good chance that
they didn't know who I was."
But every time I went out, I'd be like, who are you going with? Oh, my friend Luis. And then the next day I'll come home drunk.
Or hungover.
Yeah.
See, every time I wanted my mom to let me go somewhere, I'd be like, yo, Mom, I'm going to spend the night with Jelly. He had straight A's. He was a good kid. Well, he's still a good person, I believe, right?
We've all grown up.
He didn't turn into a serial killer yet. But, yeah, no, I think I remember the first time that we actually like ever hung out. I tried to blame you for speeding in the parking lot.
Yes, I remember that day. What did we go get? We were gonna get something from somewhere.
We were like ditching school or something, and we were coming back after lunch. And I was like speeding through the fucking parking lot like hardcore. And your coach saw us,
and he was getting ready to rip this guy a new one. He was fucking livid. And
this guy hated me, by the way.
Yeah,
he fucking hated me.
Isn't there a part of where the wrestling room flooded and you...
We don't talk about that.
Let's not talk about that.
No, we can talk about that, but for this instance...
So let's just say that, they were not good with each other, they didn't get along, so we're walking up and he's like, oh, take the blame. And I was like...
I just threw my keys at him. I was like, this guy was fucking driving. This wasn't me.
Told me to slow down.
He's like, slow down. You're good. If it was me, I would have got like expelled for that shit. He was just waiting to get me after that whole, what would you call it? Wrestling room gate? Wrestler gate? Wrestler gate. That was fucking rough, bro. Like, there was a bunch of us in the wrestling room, and it was like nothing but, it was like a cinder block wall. And we were in there completely in the dark. There's padding on the floor and on the walls.
The whole wrestling padding.
It was completely like pitch dark. You could not see anything. Your eyes would not adjust to this. And so we had like these long, like it looked like broomsticks, and we were just throwing them around and like there was like 10 people in there just like beating the shit out of each other with the sticks. Like if you hear someone, you're going that way and you're just like swinging. Like you're trying to hurt someone. That's the whole point of the game. And I remember I was hiding inside of one of the wrestling mats, so I was like literally curled up inside of it, laying like a burrito filling. And then all of a sudden you hear like fucking like one of the sprinklers had broken. Like, so you just hear, and like a bunch of water like starts spilling out of the roof, and we just booked in. We were like, we don't talk about this ever again. And here I am.
This is the last time we're gonna talk about it. It's like one of the many reasons that
we didn't get in trouble though.
That's good. It's good that you guys didn't get in trouble.
Yeah, that is good. We probably deserve to get in trouble.
It just all comes down on the school for not being supervising young adults.
Supervising young teenagers that want to fuck around.
But that was back in 2013 when we graduated, 2013, 2012, around that area.
Yeah.
Probably shit's more
7 or 8 years ago.
More. Shit's probably more locked down. They probably don't have. I don't know. I haven't talked to a high schooler in fucking years.
Well, there's always a cop there now. My sister was a high schooler. She graduated a couple of years ago, but it seemed to be a lot. She said that nobody ever got in fights anymore, which that was like a daily thing for us. You know, it was pretty dope.
What would you rate Bernalillo High School as an overall school? I'd
give it a good. My experience was wonderful.
Okay.
My education was abysmal. A lot of it was my fault, but I would still give it a strong 3
out of 10. All right. So the reason we started this podcast was because we just we have plenty of stories that we can sit here and reminisce and talk about. One of the ones is let's see. Let me think of one. What about the time that we went to our first NFL football game? I think that was a good, memorable moment that I recommend. If you've never been to a football game, if you never liked football, just go early, tailgate, have a good time because you will love the sport. One of the main reasons that I went was just to go.
Yeah, we were in the nosebleeds and it was still super fun. But tailgating was definitely the best part. I don't really remember that game that much, honestly.
We were pretty fucked up.
Just a little bit. I wasn't as fucked up as this guy was, but you know,
I had my moments. 2, 3 years later?
No, the next year.
The next year?
The next year, this guy got arrested at that game, that same exact game. So that was pretty funny. That was a great experience for me. I just got drunk with his dad afterwards, and then we bailed him out the next day.
That happened to be my birthday. It happened to be my birthday that day I got bailed out, so I was able to spend my 20th birthday in Glendale drunk tank. Met some pretty cool dudes. You know, not in that kind of way, but they
gave you a surprise present. You know,
no, negative.
Yeah,
there was like by the time that next morning, they had like people who were like locked up and they were for like 24 hours, but they also brought in the guys that were like in the striped fucking convict suits,
the real hood rats,
and like we all went around in a circle saying like, what did you do to get here? What did you do to get here? Guy was like fucking like murder, fucking hit and run and this, and they come to me like, what happened to you? I was like, I just got fucked up at a Niners game. And
well, you ripped off what the fuck was it, a handle?
In the holding room of the Cardinal Stadium. I was pretty livid, and I just pulled it off. And I looked at the cop, and I was like, "What do you want me to do with this?" Looked at me, laughed, took it back, you know. And yeah, that's a good story about how my first time.
These things kind of brought us closer together because we always went through the most absurd shit also together. Like we kind of we've lived a lot. And we've done a lot of different things. Like your life is completely different than mine. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But our lives still mix together, and we still do our shit, and we still been like best friends for a long time. Like, we graduated 8 years ago now?
Yes.
And in that time, we've like both went to colleges in different places. We built like full careers after that.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're still pretty good friends.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we're best friends anymore because my best friend is my dog now.
Your dog?
Yeah, ever since quarantine. Yeah.
My best friend is my fiance, and
that's gross.
Yeah.
That's just gross.
That's not gross. You know.
No, I was kidding.
It was like either pick your best friend, Luis, or get a new best friend that you're gonna love and spend your rest of your life with. And
you're not gonna spend the rest of your life with me?
That's as much as I want to.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I can't. But what's another reason you thought we would start this podcast?
So I want to do this podcast because I want to get people's lives experiences. Like I want to talk about new things, different views that we have, and just how our experiences in the past have molded us to believe what we do now, and then maybe try to get some others like point of views. I don't know, just for the experience and to get to know people's lives more a little bit, you know?
Yes.
Just gain some different point of views from people.
So yeah, I think we're gonna eventually bring in some guests that we want to talk to. Another reason is for me to educate myself on some shit that I don't even know about. I went to school to get my
how to clean his underwear.
I know how to do my own laundry. I can do that. But
do you know how to fold it though?
Fuck, barely. I went to school for this. I went to school for podcasting and communications. And currently the career that I have is low voltage, so I fuck around with telephones and computers. But there's nothing wrong with getting to know someone else and what they do, because, you know, some of the people that I've talked to, they have some pretty fucking cool stories.
Yeah.
And, you know, focusing on local people and, you know, for example, I've had conversations with retired police officers that happen to be in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and they have some amazing fucking stories.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like you think about all like the stigma about police officers nowadays, and it'd be good to get somebody's experience who's in that industry and just talk, you know. And
yeah, because not like every.
I like to talk to people that have like differing opinions than us, and not that this person would have a different opinion than us, but it's always good to just to see the other side as well. And I think that's one of the reasons why I want to do this.
And that's like one of the things too, is because people can go back and forth and not understand what they're coming from, but as long as they get to know where you're coming from and you both understand each other's views,
and we might still hate each other afterwards, but it's all good.
Yeah. You know, like you still get a big fuck you.
Yeah, at the end, if you're cool, like if I understand your point, awesome. If you're not, then fuck you. That was our production man. Just kidding. Abel, shout outs to Abel and Adrian.
They're letting us use this beautiful setting to record our podcast. If you're able to see it online, you should. You
probably.
That's a beautiful view. We have some plants. I don't know what type of plants these are.
The fake kind, I believe. Right?
It looks like it's in soil. Can it still be in soil and be fake?
Perfect.
So I have a question for you.
All right.
What's the craziest conversation you've ever encountered?
Craziest conversation?
That you've ever encountered. Can you think of one?
I don't know, man. I'd have to think about that. What about you?
There was this one time where I was sitting in class and there was these two people sitting there talking about rocks. It was my geology class. That kind of. It's not.
Where's this gonna go?
It's not. It's just because like I had to take this elective, and I was not really familiar with rocks. But these motherfuckers knew their shit. Like this was what they wanted to do in life, and me, I'm like, what the fuck,
dude? I took geology for that same fucking reason. It was like the easiest science class that I could take.
I failed it twice.
Oh my god. I got an A+, so fuck you.
It was just like I get it, but then I don't get it, and it was just.
How was it crazy though? How was the conversation crazy? They were talking
because
about,
they got so in depth into it, and I've never seen two people get into.
The Earth's magnetosphere is fading away because our electromagnetic cores is getting solidified.
See, that's basically what I was listening to. That was what I was listening to.
In a billion years, we're not going to exist anymore, and that's your fault.
For littering and throwing trash on the ground.
In a billion years, all the rocks are going to be plastic. I mean, something's going to happen, right? But eventually. So that's why it was crazy? Because it just like blew your mind?
Yeah, it was just a bunch of, who has conversation about rocks? That's my answer to that question.
Yeah, see, when you asked me, I was like thinking of like, oh my god, is there like some crazy like freaky shit that I've experienced? But no, I don't want to talk about that at all.
Why not?
Because I have a girlfriend.
Oh, that kind of freaky. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we should talk about that.
But I don't know. I can't really think of any like crazy conversations that I've overheard or encountered. I'm sure there's been a lot, but I can't. Nothing comes to my mind right now.
What's the last good show that you watched?
The last good show I watched? Oh my god! Have you ever seen Evil Dead?
Yeah. Ash versus Evil Dead.
Ash versus Evil Dead, bro.
Dude, that's a good one.
It was I was like kind of iffy about it at first because I was like, "Fuck, I don't know." The movie was it has a cult following, but come on, it was trash, guys.
The old school one.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new one?
No.
The remake.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Oh, it was good.
I just love it because of how gory it is. There's like a scene.
Oh yeah, no, it's like it doesn't need to be that gory, but they do it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
There's a part where she like literally like fucking gets the chainsaw. Like she's stuck under a car. She gets the chainsaw and she like cuts her fucking hand off, and you just like see it wobble around.
Oh yeah.
The new one doesn't focus on it's a whole different like remake, and like the badass person is like this girl who's like,
oh shit, it's a girl.
Yeah, who she gets possessed and she gets out of it and she has to defeat all the demons.
No, I love Ash vs. Evil Dead because it'll be like an actual good, like scary fucking moment where you're like, damn, this is actually really creepy. And then all of a sudden, like, he comes in with like a badass fucking like.
He's a badass.
He comes out with a badass slogan. He's like, "You've met your fate, demon," and he just like cocks his shotgun and then blows its head off. And then you're like, okay, there's the funny part. And it's like extremely fucking gory.
That's what it's known for, man. The gore.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the demons and how they look and they portray them?
There's this one demon. There was this one scene. I don't know if you've seen the whole thing, right?
No, fuck no. It's been like 2 or 3 years since I've seen it, but I have the memories of it.
Okay, yeah. There's this one. There's like they were trying to summon a demon to fix whatever fucking problem they had made. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So great idea already. Let's summon a demon to send all the demons back to hell. And Ash was like, yeah, just summon a little wimpy one, you know, like just summon a wimpy one. And the guy's like, here's this one that it preys on people on weak minds. And he's like, yeah, that one. Fuck it, whatever. And then the other guy, Pedro, was like, I don't know about this. So there you go. There's your weak mind. But the demon came out and he looked sick, dude. It was like a glitch. Like it was a glitch.
Okay.
But it was like 3D and it was just like appear and disappear in different places. It looked sick. It was creepy too. It didn't have eyes and it was just like bleeding from its mouth and shit. Yeah.
What's the last worst show that you've seen?
Ash vs. Evil Dead.
It sucks, but it's so good.
No, yeah, that's exactly.
It's corny. It's corny because
it's corny.
From what I remember, like Ash is like he plays that old school person, but he has the corny old school lines.
And he's always like it's fucking like crushing brews. Like you'll just see him driving his like 70s like Cadillac or whatever it is. He's like crushing like slams a beer, then throws it in the back seat.
Doesn't he drive around with his trailer in the back?
Oh yeah.
that old school trailer.
I don't know any other bad shows. I'm not sure, but I've seen some pretty bad ones, but I can't recall anything. What about you?
Good or bad?
Let's go with bad first.
Bad. The last bad show that I watch. So I told you I have a fiance and she likes that reality TV show stuff.
90 Day Fiance or what?
No, that's actually pretty good.
That's actually really fucking good.
Yeah. But no, it's this one called what the fuck, about some Chrisley guy, and it's like some southern, not like Atlanta guy who like he's a big named realtor and he's rich as fuck and he has these kids that are like spoiled as fuck, like high class, you know.
What's it called?
Life with Chrisley. But yeah, she started watching it and I said to not watch it with her, and it's like any reality TV show like sucks, but for some reason it like takes you in to make you realize. I think it's all scripted. That's why I hate reality TV shows.
Oh yeah,
I think it's scripted, but the thing is, like, it still brings you in.
But like the thing about reality TV is like there's literally a family. Like let's say like example for 90 Day Fiance.
Mm-hmm.
there's literally like a family, and then there's just a camera crew and a producer inside your house, and they're like, okay, so now you're gonna say this, and like that would just be awkward as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to like not stage fights, but essentially like make everything over dramatic.
And that's the thing that keeps people coming in to do it, man. It's just like they live like us, but they're just so fucking
like, God
dramatic.
damn it, Russ and Paola, I hate you guys are the worst.
Yes, I know those two. There's a guy from Oklahoma and then the girl from fucking
like Puerto Rico or Brazil or some bullshit.
And then my favorite part is her best friend, dude. Her best friend.
Oh, the gay dude?
Yeah.
Oh, he's the worst,
He's
bro.
the fucking like.
I hate him, dude.
He's like the little instigator. And
Yeah.
He's funny, but like, fuck him.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck him.
The last good show though that I watched was Mandalorian.
I have a free month of Disney Plus that I have to redeem.
Knock it out.
I have to knock it out.
Well, no, if
I'm
you're
gonna cancel that shit right afterwards.
If you're a big Star Wars fan, then you know, because it brings in a lot of old school people. And I finished it last night actually, and it was great. Like, it fucking finished great.
From what I've heard, The Mandalorian is like a million times better than any of the recent movies that have come out.
Oh yeah.
But I gotta be honest with you, I stopped watching. Like, I think I can't remember which was the most recent movie I watched, but I watched it. It was like Rogue One. I'm not sure. You guys are gonna fucking kill me, but
that one's good.
Okay, never mind. It wasn't that one then.
It's the one where they try to get the plans for the Death Star?
I think so.
That's Rogue One.
I'm not sure, but either way, like, I thought it was good. They're extremely well produced. I will say that, but I kind of thought it was kind of like laggy and boring, honestly. But you're gonna say fuck me,
you? Yeah.
Well, fuck you too.
Yeah, no. Let's see. What would you?
Adrian, what do you got for us?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We got Adrian in the scene right here. Give us a little input.
Going back to high school, all your friends will look at you and be like, Luis is gonna be this, Alan's gonna be this. Were they right? Were they wrong? Did you let them down?
I think they're right. I'll say they're right.
I don't know. People thought I was probably going to be a drug dealer or a druggie or something, but I don't know what people thought.
What do you do now? What do you do? What kind of work do you do?
I work for a finance company.
Doing?
Really, really riveting shit.
Do you like your job?
Yeah.
That's good.
It's pretty good. I'm like a low level bitch right now, but it's pretty okay. There's like upward potential.
Oh, that's good.
But I don't know what people thought I would be. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really give a shit.
I couldn't see what I don't know. I see you.
I thought you
back in high school, and I'm like, okay, like,
what's this guy gonna do? What? Nothing.
He might play like a fucking drum or something, but
oh, that's right. I had a drum set. Damn, I miss drumming too.
But here's the thing: if you would have seen this guy 10 years ago, he was your basic rocker, skater. You used to skate. You skate.
I skated, and I was in a really really bad metal band. But there was two people, like Philip and Brian. Actually, everybody in that band was pretty fucking good. I think I was the worst one, actually.
I've seen Brian play.
No, Phil and Brian and Arthur, like, they were really fucking good. Arthur learned bass in like a week. And then Phil, always naturally good at fucking everything. Brian is a machine at both skateboarding and guitar.
That fucker can skate and play guitar.
Yeah, so
I've seen him do both.
Cut that back.
He just sucked.
Yeah, I was the issue there. Yeah. And then I thought you were going to become like a writer. I thought you were going to become like like writing plays or shows or something, like a screenwriter.
Yeah. I faded away from it, man.
You what?
I faded away from it, as you become an adult, start like worrying about other shit. After high school, I went to school, I partied, faded away from it, and then I started working in the job that I do. It's a lot of construction, hard work. You know, I'm always on fucking ladders and shit. And then the last thing you want to do is go home and fucking write.
Yeah, there's no motivation there.
But I do have motivation to go home and drink, so I just have to replace it with like.
Nah, fuck that.
I can just combine both. But
drink. Oh yeah, get really, really drunk and then
start write
something.
So that's
and then you wake up in your morning and you're like, what is this shit?
You suck.
No, it's literally just and then that's it because you got too fucked up and then didn't write anything else.
But no, I honestly want to start. I actually talked to my fiance about it today. Is like I actually want to start writing again and getting back into it because you know. I always have some type of story in my head. She always thinks like I'm dark, which I agree. I have some dark.
You're
shit
pretty
in my
dark.
I'm pretty dark.
I would say I'm pretty white. You know, you are pretty dark.
Yeah,
pretty bad. No, I get what you mean. You have that like dark side to you though.
Yeah, I like write about like death and.
You ever had a just like random thought? But whenever I listen to some music. In my mind, I'm like picturing a music video that I would be like directing and writing, and I have like this whole vision in my head. And then I don't know, it'd be fucking awesome to like record a music video that you direct and you write and like everything. You know what I mean?
What range of what's not about because I know what range of music you like, but tell them what type of music that you fuck with.
Mostly this band called Eviscerated Death. They're actually a deathcore sludge metal band. That
Are you fucking around? Or is it actually called that?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking around. But I don't know. I like a lot of hip hop, metal, classic rock. I fucking love Led Zeppelin.
Oh, dude, that night.
Led, fucking Queen, Pink Floyd. Classics. Black Sabbath. Oh my god, dude. Yes.
That night when we were playing video games and got drunk before we went camping, you threw on Led Zeppelin for me, and that was probably the first time I've actually seen them play live.
Oh yeah, the live performances are wicked.
And they get fucking down. Like if I let me answer this: if you were to go back in the day and listen to one band, what band would it be to see live? Front row, right there.
Led or Queen. Queen was sick too. But I think I would choose Led Zeppelin for sure. They were like the top in the world for like what 10 years.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I actually had an uncle in Mexico that he loved Led Zeppelin, but being that he's from like Mexico, they were not allowed to. Not that they were allowed, but it was like against listening to them. Listening to that music, man, you know, and they get down, man. And like, have you ever heard the subliminal message where you play it backwards?
Oh my god, yes, I saw it on fucking that 70s show. Actually, that's stupid. You're just fucking up a record.
But no, like the first time, I didn't fuck up the record. I saw it on YouTube.
I know, but it's like, God, people are trying to stretch everything into like Illuminati shit, you know. And I was like,
do you believe in Illuminati?
I went through a whole like conspiracy stage when I was a high schooler. Okay, I'm a grown up now.
Whoa, okay.
begged to like all the girls in that school. You know stuff.
I'm sorry. Sore topic there, but
do you believe in conspiracy theories now? Any that are going on right now?
Yeah. No, not really. No. I've heard a lot of like QAnon shit, but the funniest one is, I'm not going to say who, but one of my friends actually believes that aliens are colluding with the Democratic Party, and that they're colluding like legit. That believes that there's real aliens talking to only the Democrats to overthrow the government and take over the world.
Well, one of
I have a...
Go ahead.
If that were true, why the fuck, like, if they have the technology to travel, like, millions and millions of light years, wouldn't they just come and do it? You know, you don't have to collude with anybody. Why the fuck would you even bother learning our language or anything? Like, just do it. Just kill us, you know? That'd be dope. That's a cool apocalypse right there. I'd be down.
I think we're here for their entertainment.
Oof. We're a TV show. We're like a intergalactic TV show, and they're just.
We're like at the season finale of like. We just ended the season finale of 2020, and they're like, "Oh shit,
season 2." Yeah,
Trump got impeached.
yeah, 2020 ended on a fucking like.
Did you hear they took over the Capitol on Earth, man?
No.
Fucking Americans.
No, that was episode 1, bro. Like,
oh yeah, that was
the end of 2020 was like a massive cliffhanger, and then the aliens are just like, what the fuck? We have tune in next week to see season 2021. Fucking like first episode, Kanye West is fucking Jeffree Star.
The fact that people would believe that is the fucking funniest shit ever,
Dude, I swear to God, like, I don't want to get, like, political or anything, but that day, the whole, like, Capitol thing happened, I swear to God, I woke up for work in the morning, and I went on Twitter, I was scrolling, the very first thing I saw, it was, like, Donald Trump did this so to cover up for his buddy Kanye having sex with Jeffree Star and getting divorced from Kim Kardashian. I was like, that was literally the first thing I read in the morning when I woke up. What the fuck? It was a great day, though. It was a pretty good day.
Dude, I can't believe that either. It was like, who the fuck would start? I think what I heard, it was the girl who licked the toilet. That's like TikTok famous. Who started that rumor? There was like,
do you guys remember that? She was like,
she licked the toilet, like a public bathroom toilet.
No, it was like an airplane fucking toilet.
But yeah, who's gonna believe her? Like, okay, like this guy fucked Kanye fucked Jeffree Star.
Yeah,
coming from a girl who licked the toilet.
She sounds pretty credible, you know. She did it. She licked the toilet on video, so you know that's true.
One of the no, she licked it. She didn't.
I didn't. Her ass does not show on the video. It's just her licking the toilet.
Like, I did not see her butt.
Yeah, sorry. That the information is inconclusive, so we don't know.
Here's a conspiracy theory that I what do you call it? Falling down the rabbit hole.
Okay.
I fell down this rabbit hole, and I started watching this, and it kept me in, man. Like, I was like, oh fuck, you know what? That makes sense. You know, they're about like the people from that migrated from down south up to the border in San Diego.
Okay.
They were talking about that, but the way it ended, bro, I just called bullshit. Because this is like
what's the theory?
So the theory is that apparently JFK's son is still alive. He's working with Donald Trump to get rid of all the bad people in
all the Mexicans.
Scanning for Mexicans. We've got a Mexican!
Get rid of all the bad people who are politicians. And they're like, oh yeah. And once Trump wins his second term, this is when JFK's son's gonna come out, and they're gonna fucking like they made Donald Trump look like he's a fucking god.
Oh, okay.
And like I just called bullshit. I was like into it, and I was like, get the fuck out of here! Like, there's no way. Like,
he's playing 4D chess, bro. Obviously, your fucking monkey brain is too dumb to realize this. Right?
I guess so, man.
That's a pretty good conspiracy.
No, it's not. It sucked. It was horrible.
You're like, nah, fuck that.
I feel bad for myself for just fucking believing. And as you know, they say that shit. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I saw the theories about like Bill Gates putting microchips inside of you to track you. I'm like, everything that you own already tracks you.
Yeah, no.
Everything in your every
you
single
don't
thing.
need a fucking microchip.
Facebook has like 200 data points per person. Do you even know 200 things about yourself? No.
Have you ever experienced looking something up on the internet and then it popping up on your Facebook?
Yes, that's what
they do,
very,
right? That's
very easy. Yeah.
Because I remember I was looking for tents, and next thing you know, one of my ads was
You've been thinking about stuff.
Yeah, sometimes you think about something.
Yeah.
Well, I actually know the actual science of how that works. There's an actual chip in your phone that
dumb it down for me.
Okay. Chip in phone, read radio frequencies. Radio frequencies
Pick it up a
are
little
in
bit. I'm not
TVs.
Said dumb, not stupid.
No, okay. There's a microchip in your phones that reads like all the frequencies of every single device in your vicinity. So right now it's reading it. His phone, everybody's phone. It looks at the channel that you're on, what kind of music you're listening to, and it's with a certain degree of latency. It puts all that information together, and it kind of assumes what you would be thinking of at that point. And then it shows you an ad.
Do you think that it should be regulated with all this shit, or should?
It's a fairly every single phone uses it, so yeah, it should be regulated, but it's not illegal to read radio frequencies, and it's not illegal for companies to know what that radio frequency is. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's kind of a great line.
Do you think it's something that is useful in case something bad was going to happen that they can use? That something that
imagine maybe catch a murderer or
catch
something.
a murderer, someone who's plotting something.
Yeah. That'd be dope. I'm sure they do. I mean, I'm sure there's way more technology out there that I'm not aware of either. Like way more advanced than that. So I'm sure they use some shit like that already. But
I always thought that shit was crazy, man.
yeah, it's pretty amazing to me though, like the actual how the technology actually works and what it is, and that the fact that somebody was smart enough to do that, you know, to figure it out. Any other questions?
I don't know. Do you have anything for me?
No.
Did you not come prepared?
I did not.
They don't know that.
26.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah.
We're 20.
The decline started around 24. Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Any big plans this year?
This year, I want to establish a company. I want to achieve every single one of my goals this year, and they're small, but I have a really big issue with starting something, getting really really excited about it, and then never finishing it. So right now, I'm starting to train my mind, and it's small. Right now, I have this goal to read 30 pages every single day. And it's hard sometimes because sometimes you work 12, 13-hour days and shit, and you just want to sleep.
Yeah.
But having that motivation to just do it, do you know what I mean? At the end of the night, even if you're tired, it's such a small little detail. Do you know what I mean? It's something small that you're this is the very last thing I would want to do on Earth, and then just forcing yourself to do it.
It's a habit.
Yeah, it's been helping a lot. So I don't know, just establishing goals.
I know. I agree.
Getting more wealthy.
I agree.
Is one of them.
Are you getting married this year?
Yes. At least, no, I hope so. I want to. You know what? It's just been hard, man, because we've been pushing to, I proposed to her in May. And, with the COVID and all this shit, we just want everybody to have a good time. We want to enjoy the day. And so with COVID still going around, it's kind of hard to...
It's really difficult to live, and I think there's an upside. There's a optimistic end to this.
Yeah, well, I myself would rather I want to get married. I want to make it official.
Yeah.
But she wants to do it through the church and then have the party after it.
Yeah, which makes sense. That's a wedding. You know what I mean? It does if you're doing it, you would want that whole experience. And right now, it would suck. You can still do it, but
it's just not going to be the same, man. Because we both have I have family members in Mexico and around the state, and most of her family's here.
We don't want to put anybody at risk.
We don't put anybody at risk. I have family members who have diabetes. We're trying to aim to do it this week. Excuse me. This year. You?
I'm probably not going to get married this year. Most likely not going to get married this year.
That's
but
good.
We'll see. You never know.
That all comes down to you, right?
I don't know. I think we want to live together first,
That is true.
Because right now...
explain your relationship and how that is.
Yeah, most of my relationship is actually how do you call it? Long distance.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to Michigan and I go here. So, but thankfully right now, she's been in New Mexico for a pretty long time, since this November. And we're not really sure if she's going to go back to Michigan this year or this semester because everything's online. So
she can just do everything here.
Yeah, but then even then, she lives in the middle of nowhere, 2-hour drive, which I was there today.
Española.
Yeah, further than that actually. You're just all doxing my girlfriend.
No.
But no, it's we kind of want to live together and fill it out and see where everything goes. But she's a great girl and I love her a lot, so we'll see.
Dude, I would never. Okay, I would say I would never. I wouldn't say never. Throughout the years of you and I being friends, I thought that I would not see in a relationship. Okay, eventually see in a relationship, but throughout the years of us hanging out, I never saw you in a relationship. So this is something new for me. Like, I myself has always been in a relationship, but you've always been.
Yo, you're right. You've always been a little bitch with women, dude.
Yes,
Like,
I have. I fall in love real quick.
Yes.
I do.
Holy shit, you've never been single.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, for like a week.
No, for a good 3-4 months.
Yeah, and that was.
I just got rid of all of it. Like I just got rid. Like I enjoyed it.
3-4 months. Raise your hand if you've been single for like more than 20 years.
No one's raising their hand in here.
Yes, they did.
Except for Luis.
Everybody fucking raised their hand.
Fuck you guys.
There's about 20 people in here, by the way, and everybody raised their hand. Except a lot.
Take it easy.
I never saw myself in a relationship either. Actually, I would be like,
Fuck that.
quite the opposite. Yeah,
Fuck that.
fuck that,
Fuck that.
fuck that. Ain't nobody tying me down.
But yeah, here we are.
I think it was pretty good. It's fun. Do you have any more questions for me? Anything else you
not
want to
that I
talk
can
about?
think of. Let's see. No. Would you get the vaccine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not scared of
It's
like
gonna
anything?
if it makes me grow another tentacle or some shit. Not another one. I don't have a tentacle. If it makes me grow like tentacles and shit, or like turn into a fish, I don't know. That'd be fucking dope. I'm down.
You're down?
Yeah. Or okay. I Am Legend was set in 2021. And the cause of all the zombies and shit, whatever the fuck those things were, it was the vaccine that went wrong. So, yeah, I'm down to become a zombie. In conclusion, yeah, I'm down.
If you were to think of anybody to have the cure, like you know how Will Smith was the cure.
Okay. Will Smith. Will Smith.
think it was Will Smith?
Will Smith is the only one that can save us.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh,
Shout out to Will
shout
Smith.
out.
Go donate your blood, man.
That Jada and that Will Love, though.
No.
They're
There's gonna be some fucking what is it called? And some entanglement in that relationship. So fuck that love. I don't want that.
Yeah.
So one thing I can say that J. Cole did not go all right.
Campaign without the cam. How did we start talking about fucking Will Smith?
The vaccination.
That vaccine. Yeah. I would get it.
You'll get it. Would you
about
get
you?
it? Any of you guys get it?
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get it.
Fuck it, right?
Yeah. You're not gonna get it?
No.
Why won't you get it?
I'd rather try to like eat healthy. And have
Take that vitamin D.
I got some vitamin D for you.
Oh, yeah?
It's actually some tablets in my car. They actually work wonders. So yeah, it's pretty good.
But I do
Was
believe
not a
too
big
that
joke.
if you take care of yourself, and you know you can, because
And stay safe. You know.
stay safe.
Yeah. Well, obviously not getting your immune system down, but healthy people aren't the issue. There's people that have like diseases and immunocompromised and shit like that are very, very vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? So it's about protecting them. It's about protecting the weakest people and the most ill people.
No one understands that though.
Because it's like, oh, I'm good. Yeah, you're fucking good. I'm good, probably. But what about someone that isn't, And if it's bullshit, I would just rather not take the risk. The upside to me is not good enough for, like, compared to the downside. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's too much downside risk, and there's not enough upside risk for me to ignore it. So that's kind of why I take it seriously, but it's not that I think it's, like, the most serious thing in the fucking world.
Okay, so I know, like, my mom got it.
My mom got it, too.
So when this all first started, I was like, fuck it, whatever, But, like, it starts hitting home, and it sucks because you're like, okay, now I have to take it serious. Which I should have taken. Well, I've been taking it serious. Thank God that I haven't gotten it yet. But it's hard though because there's the people who are actually out there working that need to work for, like my mom and your mom. They have to go out there and work.
Yeah.
My mom, she provides lunches for kids who are being homeschooled. So she's out there. She has to like go out there and make these lunches for these kids every single day. And so it's we always hear
You just
like
gotta be out there. So yeah, it's kind of like you're bound to get it. But if everybody was just a little more careful, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. Yeah.
fuck COVID.
Yeah, fuck COVID.
You ready for things to be back open again?
Yeah, I miss going to a bar and getting fucking like obliterated, and then that's about it. That's all I could remember. Going to Brickyard. You guys remember fucking Brickyard Pizza? It's up Nob Hill area.
Nob Hill.
In front of UNM.
Right fucking smack in front of you.
Yeah. Just drinking every single day.
That's where I would go. Get drunk, do homework,
Oh yeah, yeah.
knock that shit out, and then occasionally
drinking.
like Adrian would show up. All right, cool.
Somebody would always show up.
Someone would always show up. Someone would leave. Someone would always show up, and you just sit there. We would stay there from like all day.
All day, yeah. Because it's like, all right, somebody leaves that and you're like, all right, I'm packing up your shit, I'm gonna head out, and then somebody else that shows up, and you're like, hey, what's up, bitch?
And then every Friday, once everything's over with, we'll just go and hit the town. We'll either go to Nob Hill downtown. Shout out to Monty V, R.I.P.
R.I.P. to all those places, dude. I don't think that part of my life was fun, but I'm so glad. I don't see myself going to the club ever again. Do you know what I mean?
You know what's one place that I miss? It's the grain station. You remember the grain station?
Oh, that hot dog place, that German fucking
Of
place.
course, you remember the hot dogs. You would remember the hot dogs, but I remember the beers.
It
And
was
the
just
hot
New
dogs.
Mexico beers.
Oh, was
Everyone knows those.
They had German beers there.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Well, yes, I remember the big wieners. All right.
Of course you do.
No, it was a pretty good spot though. That's the only German place I knew too.
That's all. I think me too. There's anything else like it that I can see here in New Mexico.
What country has the best beers?
It has to be Germany. It has. Well, I know that in the UK and Ireland and all those places, they love to fucking drink. So I'm sure they got good beers.
Where
New Mexico, baby.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where's the
Marble Brewery.
Where's where is a different state beer that you've tried
That was good.
that was good?
Probably Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado. They make some good beer.
But nah, New Mexico beer is top fucking notch, bro. Our beer is legit.
They won a lot of awards, dude. Like
Yeah.
you said, Marble. What else?
Santa Fe, Bosque, that fucking Scotia.
La Cumbre. La Cumbre is
La
good.
Cumbre.
Elevated.
Bow and Arrow, Real Bravo.
Real bro. There's too many, dude.
Have
There's
you,
way
have
too
you
many.
been to the one in Portales, the Ex Novo?
That's where he goes to take his girlfriends to break up with them. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
It sounds like ex novio. Is that why you did it?
Coincidence?
He just that's where he just goes to break up with people, and it's every other day.
It's a beautiful scene. It's a nice little place in the middle of nowhere. Or not Portales, not the middle of nowhere. It's like a little place in Portales. Corrales.
Portales, that's 3 hours away and shit. I was like, nah, dude, never been there.
Corrales, not Portales.
I have this story about Adrian that one time that I was like, yo, Adrian, I'm gonna go to your house in a bit. And he's like, all right, cool, I'll be there. I just need to pick something up. He shows up and he's like, yo, guess what? I just fucked my drug dealer. He was 30 minutes late. He shows up. He's like, I just fucked my drug dealer.
Shout out, Adrian.
Yeah, shout out. Good shit.
High five.
Air five. Yeah, it was a coincidence. He says.
All right, but hey, you know what? It was a pretty good session that we had.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting started.
Thank you to Adrian and Abel. This looks amazing. Honestly, it looks really good. Way better than I expected it to.
Exactly. Yeah. I did not picture it coming out.
I could not have done this, honestly. Like, if you put, I was literally going to bring a plastic table and like a piece of paper to put back there.
It would just be a piece of fucking paper too. It's not gonna say.
Yeah, it's just going to be a blank piece of paper. That's it. But yeah, I think that's the name of our podcast, by the way. Blank piece of paper.
Expect it.
No, I'm just kidding, but
Expect it in the next podcast.
next episode there's going to be a piece of paper back there. But yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I thought it went pretty okay. Anyways, yeah, goodbye.
Check you later.